So maybe if you watched one or two of my videos before, today, because of Smiley's ice cream behind me, you're gonna know exactly where I'm at. That's right, I am in the town of Bridgewater, Virginia today. And in today's video, I am gonna take you on a driving tour of Bridgewater. Gonna go up and down the streets, gonna show you at least 10 different neighborhoods that might be places that you would wanna live in this beautiful town of Bridgewater. And if you hang around until the end of the video, I am going to show you an Inselberg right here in Bridgewater. Curious what that is? Well, hang around to the end of the video so that you can find out. But until then, let's go ahead and get started right now. Hi, my name's Stephen, and along with my wife Leslie, who will be totally jealous that I didn't take her to Smiley's today, but oh well, I promised to make it up to her. But anyway, we're local real estate agents here in Virginia's beautiful mountains and valleys, and we get text, phone calls, and emails all the time from folks just like you who are looking to sell a home or purchase a home, and we love to help when they call. We love those of you who have called us, and it's been an honor to work with you. Y'all been a lot of fun. But maybe that's you. Maybe you haven't called us, text us, or email us. All of our information is in the description below. We'd be happy to help you as well. Additionally, if you like our channel, you like learning about the real estate here in the area, but like learning a lot about the area too. And like today, going into the town of Bridgewater, you'll get to see it from a bird's eye view. If you like that, click that subscribe button, touch that bell icon. We'd love it if you come along for the ride and enjoy all of our videos when they come out. And thank you for those of you who have. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we're outside of Smiley's ice cream shop right here in Bridgewater, and Smiley's really is an American success story. I mean, first selling ice cream out of the back of his pickup truck in 2001 at a farmer's market is how this business began when Derek Smiley wanted to make some extra money for his college expenses. I'm sure back in the day, he never thought that the business would become what it is today, but his selling on the road continued for several years, but over that time, he had some upgraded trailers and upgraded equipment to continue to sell his tasty product out of. Now, Smiley literally had its doors open to the public for its first time in 2017. However, because of the popularity of this facility, and I remember going there and it used to be absolutely packed, but this led them to open up this brand new ice cream shop here in 2021, where you can taste all the different flavors and cones and shakes and ice cream cakes and everything else that's on the list here. One of the best things about it, though, is that they get all of their cream and their milk back right down the road at the creamery down here. And I'll tell you what, if you haven't been to Smiley's Ice Cream, you gotta come, because it's a great place to get an ice cream. And before I get on the road, I'm gonna go get an ice cream too. But just a minute here, I'm gonna see you on the north side of Bridgewater. All right, so we are just outside of the north side here on Bridgewater, right on Highway 42, also known as the Scenic Highway. You drive up and down it, you'll find out why. But as we come into town, just before we get to the edge of town here, we got Turner Ashby High School here on the left-hand side. And Turner Ashby is one of the better high schools here in Spotsylvania. Spotsylvania High School is another competitor just about the same level as Turner Ashby on the other side of the county. But here in Rockingham County, Turner Ashby is a well-respected school. You can see here's some of their scores in English, math, and science, and you can see they're well above the rest of the averages in Virginia. Right here on my right-hand side as well, you got Wayland Elementary, and again, you'll find similar test results there as well. Also, Turner Ashby has had some pretty good stuff over the years with some of their athletic teams as well. So, like I say, coming in here on the 4-lane, it'll come down to 2 lanes here as you get into Bridgewater, but it is Bridgewater is really kind of just that kind of town that is your all-American town. I mean, there's a lot of different things that are here, and I'm going to tell you more about those here in just a second as we come into Bridgewater, and we will get into our first neighborhood here in just a second. All right, so we're pulling off here into our first neighborhood, and this is Windsor West. Now, when you first pull in, you're going to see a lot of townhouses, and there is a section here of Windsor West that does have some townhouses in it. But there's also a lot of single-family detached homes in this neighborhood as well. Now, some of the homes in this neighborhood and in the next neighborhood that I'm going to show you, they're kind of similar in a way, but they're also, some of them they're up here in a little bit of a hill, so we really got some really nice, beautiful views from up here. Now, the homes in this neighborhood are going to range in price for the townhomes from about $250,000 to $300,000 and about $450,000 to $600,000 for the single-family homes. Additionally, you're going to sit on lot sizes that are about 0.6 to 4/10 of an acre probably, and home sizes range from about 1,200 square feet to 4,000 square feet. One other neighborhood that I'll mention here is if you're looking for some villas, there's some really nice villas here on the other side here of Windsor West, and Ashby Villas is the name of them, and they really are, like I say, a nice place for some villas. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to drive through the rest of this neighborhood, and I'll pick up when we get over across the street to the Windsor Estates neighborhood. All right, so we're back here. We're entering the Windsor Estates neighborhood. Like I say, similar to Windsor West, although this neighborhood doesn't really have any townhomes to speak of. This neighborhood is, again, some really nice views from some of the hills, some of the tops of the hills out here. But the build dates in this neighborhood are from about 1985 to 1997. And homes here about 1,800 square feet to 4,000 square feet. They sit on lots that are about 1/3 of an acre to 6/10 of an acre on average. And in this neighborhood, if you're looking for one of the homes, you can see they're very nice here. Looking for one of the homes, you're going to be looking at about the $400,000 to the $700,000 range. Now, one other neighborhood that I'll just mention here is the Bridgewater neighborhood. The reason I mention it, there's actually a lot of apartments, and there are some villa homes in that neighborhood, going to be in the $300,000, $400,000, maybe even up to $500,000 range. But behind that is the Crooks Creek Park, and Crooks Creek Park is just a nice little park. You can find a lot of parks here in Bridgewater, but Crooks Creek Park is got a nice little walking trail along the little creek there, and it's just another, you're going to see some of these today, just some really nice places with what they do here in the parks in Bridgewater. All right, so as we pull back out here on Highway 42, you'll see we're passing a Marshall's distribution center on the right. Yes, that's Marshall's, the department store. So if you have ever had a purchase from Marshall's, you might have just had it. It might have just come here from Bridgewater. You know, it's a big employer here in the town as well. Of course, there's other employers here too. And those employers are just part of the strong economy that we've got here in the Shenandoah Valley. And the area that we're going through right now here is a little bit of an industrial area. And like I say, there's jobs of all kinds here. And so if you're moving here to the area, we'd love to help. So we're going to go ahead and go around the corner here and get out a little bit toward the northwest side of town. All right, so we're going through a little neighborhood here called Old Mill Landing, and this street here, and then the other street that I'm going to go down right here that parallels it, really about the only two streets here in this neighborhood. Now, here in Old Mill Landing, it's kind of really like a transition neighborhood. Like I say, you're going from an industrial downtown area all the way down to, or out into the kind of here in the countryside. The build dates in this neighborhood are about 1996 to 2003, and you're going to find about 1,300 to 3,500 square feet of finished living space here in this neighborhood. 3 to 5 bedrooms and about a quarter acre all the way up to about 2/3 of an acre lots. Now, as far as all the homes here, they're single family detached homes, and you're going to be looking at a price tag of about $325,000 to $500,000 here in the Old Mill Landing neighborhood. So I'm going to go ahead and finish driving around the neighborhood here, and we're going to get on down to our next one. All right, so we're coming into the Millview Estates neighborhood, and if you're looking for a new home, this is the neighborhood that you will want to look in, because they're building a lot of new homes in here. Now, the neighborhood is divided up into, there's a lot of villa-style homes here in the neighborhood, as well as the single-family homes that you see that we're driving through right now. Additionally, there's some places like out to my west, out to my left out here, out to the west, there's just some absolutely beautiful views from some of these homes of the Appalachian Mountains, and some absolutely gorgeous sunsets in the evening as well, I might mention. And as you can see, we're on the edge of town, and the homes in this neighborhood, as far as the villa-style homes go, both homes, you're looking at build dates that began in 2001. They're between 1,300 and 3,500 square feet, and they sit on lots that are about 0.14 to about a half an acre in size. Additionally, they have 2 to 4 bedrooms, and the villa-style homes, you're going to be looking at about $350,000 to $450,000, and the single-family detached homes anywhere from about $400,000 to $600,000. And as I said, you're definitely going to want to purchase here if you're looking for a new home, because there's been 16 of them that sold in the last couple of years, and so it's a fairly hot neighborhood for people who are looking for new homes. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to drive back into, double back into town here, back to the highway, and I'll pick you up when we get there. All right, so we're back out here on Highway 42, and right over here in this little shopping center, you're going to find one of a couple coffee stores, or coffee shops here. This is the Bridgewater Coffee Shop, and opened in 2017. A couple families, the Matthews and Foster's family, joined together, and they operate that. Just kind of a really neat story about how that place started. Of course, we got the co-op in town here as well, and additionally, you've got the Bridgewater Foods, one of a couple grocery stores here in town as well. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go down and take you to our next neighborhood. All right, so as I turn down the street here, I want to mention, coming up here on the left is the North River Library, the library here in town. Really nice library for a little town like this. And also around town, they get these little free libraries. A lot of the towns around here have that. People put books in them and take a book and read it, put it back when you're done, I guess. So I mentioned parks, a lot of great parks here. Another one of them here is Oakdale Park over here on my left-hand side. And the Oakdale Park is also where they play the home of the Bridgewater Little League baseball games. Now, going to go into a neighborhood here. This is the Fountainhead neighborhood. And the Fountainhead neighborhood, as you can see, is pretty close to the downtown area. And this neighborhood has some more affordable homes in it. You're actually on the north side of Bridgewater College here. Homes in this neighborhood are about 700 to 2,000 square feet, 2 to 3 bedrooms, and there's some townhomes here. So some of those have 0.4 acre lots, and some of these single family homes are about 1/3 of an acre. Now, additionally, the townhome values are about $200,000 to $275,000. And these single-family detached homes are about $275,000 to $350,000. But like I say, a nice little neighborhood here if you're looking for when a home comes available here. For a little bit more economical price, this would be one of the neighborhoods you might want to consider. All right, so as we come to stop here at this stop sign before we get back out on 42, I'm going to tell you about a park Got a lot of information to cram in here in this part of town. But you've got Generations Park, another park here in great area, great park, and ice skating. Free for residents, for skate rental and skates, with a recreation pass, very minimal fee for visitors and guests as well. They also have summer concert series there as well. Across the road, you got the Harrison Park. There's a Doug Will Tennis Center there, indoor courts, pickleball, all sorts of things. Memberships there too. Rebecca's Well, nice little shop here in town. Crack Pillar and Pub. On the left side, Sugar and Beam, the other coffee shop here in town as well. And now a little bit about the Crack Pillar Pub. That restaurant, it's an American style restaurant. The building's been there for over 200 years. It's called the Barbie House. No, not Barbie and Ken, but the Barbie House, B-A-R-B-E-E. And this home has gone over multiple transitions through the years, from a girls' school to a hotel. Matter of fact, Henry Clay and Andrew Jackson actually are said to have stayed there at the Barbie House back in the day. Go inside, there's a lot of memorabilia there, and you're going to find just a good night of getting some good food and maybe a little walk in history as well. All right, so we are going to drive through Bridgewater College right now. Bridgewater College is a college that is associated with the Church of the Brethren. They have over 1,800 students in the college now. And this was the first college in Virginia, the first liberal arts college in Virginia that admitted women. It was founded in 1880 by D.C. Flory, and one of the first 6 students was a woman. Now, the college itself offers over 60 majors and minors, and they are part of they're an NCAA Division III school, and a lot of different clubs and other different things here at this college. Matter of fact, a lot of their students are involved in their athletic programs. About 30% of all of the students here at Bridgewater College participate in some kind of NCAA Division II activity. So, if you're interested in more about Bridgewater College, nice little college here in Bridgewater and in the Shenandoah Valley, and you can look them up online and find out. All right, so we are entering the Oak Meadows neighborhood. It's one of my favorite neighborhoods here in Bridgewater. If you turn around and look back that way, you're going to see some great views of the Appalachian Mountains. And it's just a really, really nice neighborhood. And build dates are about 2000 to 2006. And you're looking at homes a little bit larger in this neighborhood, 2,100 to 4,500 square feet. Additionally, you're looking at 3 to 5 bedrooms, 0.38 acres to about 7/10 of an acre lot. And as far as values go, you're looking at about the $450,000 to $800,000 price range. But like I say, just a really nice neighborhood here. All right, another really nice neighborhood here, the Greenfield neighborhood. Just 2 or 3 streets here, but there's some homes here that sit right on the edge of a hillside, and some of the views are amazing. But this neighborhood is full of single-family detached homes, and about two-thirds of the neighborhood, the part that we're driving through right now, really actually has no outlet to it. So that makes it kind of nice. You can very private, one way in, one way out. And now the build dates in this neighborhood start in about 1985, and most of the homes here were done by 2006. 1,400 to 3,500 square feet is their size, and additionally you're looking at 3 to 5 bedrooms, about 1/3 of an acre to 6/10 of an acre. And this is one of the places here where you're sitting up on this edge and just got some beautiful views into the sunset there. But as far as the values go, you're looking at about $350,000 to $700,000 in this neighborhood, the Greenfield neighborhood. All right, so it's kind of a little neighborhood here in town. It's called the Burlinton neighborhood, $200,000 to $300,000 price range. But the thing we really want to look at here on the left-hand side, there's a nice little town-made little putt-putt course, and it's part of Sandy Bottom Park. And as you can see, as we drive here in front of me, there's a little 9-hole par 3 golf course here. Yeah, I played it in the rain, and but it's you know, it's like $5 if you're not a resident here to go out there and play 9 holes of golf on the little par 3. So kind of a really neat thing. Like I said, they really do a great job here in Bridgewater of little parks and things like that. You know, I'll tell you about one more here in just a little bit. All right, are you ready for a half a wagon wheel? That's this neighborhood, the North Shore neighborhood, and all single-family detached homes here, built from 1992 to 2003, about 1,200 to 2,000 square foot, a few that have 3,000 square foot in them, but you got 3 to 4 bedrooms, and as far as acreage goes, about a quarter acre to a half acre, and if you're looking at values, you're looking most of them between 300 and 400,000, although there's a couple in here, 2 or 3 or 4, that have between a $400,000 and $6,000 price tag as well. Now, we're going to go ahead, pull back out here. We're going to follow the North River here, and I'm going to take you by some of Bridgewater's athletic fields and take you back out to Highway 42 again. All right, back out here on Highway 42, going the other way this time, and coming up here is the Bridgewater Historical Museum. Good information about the town of Bridgewater and its local history at that museum. Additionally, we're coming up here to Francesco's Restaurant, great Italian restaurant, and then over here on the right-hand side, which I'm going to get caught at the light, it looks like, is the Sipe Center. That's okay, because it gives me a little time to talk to you about the Sipe Center. The Sipe Center is really a neat place. It's something that the town has gotten together and they've built, and it's owned and operated by residents and by the town here, and it's a community movie theater and a playhouse as well. But in addition to movies and plays, you're going to also find open mic nights, comedy nights, video game tournaments, musical events, and all sorts of different things here at the Sipe Center. It's got 154 seats, and just kind of another neat thing about Bridgewater, a lot of the things that they do to really make life good for the residents. So let's go ahead and turn the corner here, and I'm not going to take you into any neighborhood in particular, but just into some of the older neighborhoods here in the Bridgewater area. Now, some of these neighborhoods, or all this part, lies in the drainage area for the North River. And as a matter of fact, a little history here. In 1949, there was a really bad flood that wiped out a lot of this part of Bridgewater. And so the Army Corps of Engineers came in and they built a levee. And so now the area doesn't really flood anymore. And some of the houses right down by the river might, but not up here in this area anymore. It'd take I think it's in a 500-year flood zone. So, but the homes here in this neighborhood are just your all-American type, bread butter type homes, and values anywhere from 200 to 700,000. Although you get it back up kind of where we were earlier with some of that industrial area was, you can even find some homes for less than $200,000. Building dates. All the way back into the 1830s. Yep, historical area, and all the way up to about, into 2020, as a matter of fact. If you're going to break it all down, 500 to 4,000 square foot, and quarter acre to 3/4 acre lots, and values, again, like I say, most of them are single family detached homes, anywhere from $300,000 to $400,000, $500,000 in that area for the most part. Another thing, there's Wildwood Park, and I got some video here I'll show you of Wildwood Park. But Wildwood Park is the last park I'm going to show you today, And it is, there's a dam there, and that dam was actually built in 1877 for one of the mills, multiple mills that were here in Bridgewater at the time. And since that time, they built a nice little observation deck there, and just a really nice park to come out and to enjoy some time fishing, if you like, there in the North River. All right, so at the beginning of the video, I told you that I was going to show you something. Hang with me, and I'm going to show you what that is. All right, so at the beginning of the video, I told you if you hung around to the end of the video, I would take you to an Inselberg right here in Bridgewater. Well, here we are. Behind me, rising 525 feet above the valley floor, this hill, known as Round Hill, is what is geographically known as an Inselberg. Now, Inselberg is a German term meaning island mountain. Hence, this isolated hill rising above the surrounding Shenandoah Valley floor like an island rising above the ocean surface is what an Inselberg is. Now, if you really want to know, it's also known as a Monadnock. Now, a Monadnock is a hill that's left after erosion, usually because of its rocky composition. Now, you're going to find a lot of these up and down the Shenandoah Valley. The most famous of which here in our area is Mole Hill. The little difference is that it is an inactive volcano, actually. All right. Now, we're actually also on the short side of it here on the western side of town, but some of you are saying at this point, I waited until the end of the video so that you could show me a hill. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll throw in an extra ending here. So, for those of you who feel that way, feel that I've left you out, we've come here to the beautiful, gorgeous Bluestone Vineyards, like I say, just west of Bridgewater here. And as I mentioned multiple times in our videos before, the Shenandoah Valley and Piedmont areas here in Virginia have an incredibly large number of breweries and cideries. And Bluestone Vineyards is an award-winning vineyard that's a relative newcomer to the list, with its first vines being planted in 2008. And since that time, this family-owned and operated business has just become a great place to relax and to enjoy the Shenandoah Valley's beautiful views. And there are some absolutely amazing views here of the Appalachian Mountains to the west as well. Now, while fantastic local wines can be found here at Bluestone, owners Kurt and Jackie Hartman have grown the business to include wedding venues and regular entertainment, their most popular of which is being Toast the Weekend concert series that they have here. And Kurt and Jackie, just got done talking with Kurt, was a great, nice guy. Great place to come here. I wish they were open, I'd take you inside, but they're not for right now. Additionally, they offer daily wine tasting opportunities, so if you're looking for another spot to enjoy some great wines and maybe some good music, Bluestone Vineyards is definitely a must-stop location right outside Bridgewater. Well, I hope this video has been a help to you. I hope it's given you an idea of what the town of Bridgewater is about. Of course, I can't show you every street, but if you're interested more about some of the neighborhoods in Bridgewater or the surrounding areas, Leslie and I'd be more than happy to help. Call us, text us, email us. All that information is in the description down below, and we'll help you like we've been able to help so many other folks. So, from here in this beautiful vineyard on a nice, cooling evening, until next time, I'll see you around town.